Hello everybody, what's going on? Hope you are all doing fantastically well as per usual. So if you didn't know, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, the new Animal Crossing game for iOS and Android devices, was announced this morning during a very early morning direct. And I've got a couple of things to say about it. So sit down and let's have a little bit of a discussion, because I want to hear your opinions on it in the description below. And trust me, I will be watching and I will be listening. So yeah, there's that. So if you didn't know, the game has been announced, and it is basically a new take on Animal Crossing, and it's actually a lot more than I thought it was going to be. When it was announced, I thought it was going to be some sort of like interior design or maybe character design thing, not very in-depth whatsoever. But turns out it is a sort of an extension, I guess, but also a reimagining of Animal Crossing. It uses slightly sort of geometrically blocky, more basic shaders, but it uses the New Leaf style, which is kind of cool. But basically, you are the manager of a new campsite, and you have to fulfill villager requests, like catching bugs and fish and stuff, and smashing rocks, and things like that, to get materials from these villagers, and then use those materials to craft items to put in your camp. And that's not all. Obviously, being a camp, you get like a camper van, and you can customize a camper van with 3 very awesome penguins, Giovanni, Beppe, and there's another one who I forget the name of, but who cares about that guy, right? But it's really cool because you can customize the interior of your camper as well. Of course, being a free-to-play mobile title, it includes microtransactions, and that's where I start getting a little bit iffy about games like this. Now, I was feeling a bit weird yesterday, I wasn't in the best of moods, and I saw that this direct was happening in the morning, and I sort of put out a tweet saying, I can guarantee everyone that's thinking that I might do this to try and get the views, that I will not be doing sort of like videos on this game. Basically, I got like one guy tweet back and say, if you want the views, you should do it, stop being so stubborn, and I guess that's kind of right. If I want the views, I will do it. But after looking at the video itself, the reason why I don't really like the idea of doing mobile games is because if they heavily rely, well, they don't heavily, but if they rely on microtransactions, which is fair, you know, you can't blame Nintendo for publishing a free game and then saying, hey, you can buy stuff for it if you want. I mean, that's the whole idea of free to play, and then you pay for additions if you want to. But most of the time, they are time-saving methods. So, for example, you can speed up the time it takes Cyrus to craft these items or amenities, like a pool they showed in the direct, which can take up to 3 days. And obviously, if he's spending 3 days making this amenity, he's not going to be able to craft other stuff, you know? And so that's where these, I think, leaf notes, I think they were called, come into play, which is like the more premium currency. Obviously, you've got your bells, which you collect in-game, and then you have your leaf notes, which you can get through different tasks, but also they have a real-life monetary value, so you buy them for money. And I think that's where I get a bit iffy about sort of games like this. Now, don't get me wrong, I think it's a great idea for a game, and I personally will be playing it probably every day. But the problem with doing like a video series on it is because it relies heavily on time-based things. So again, if you want the pool, you have to leave Cyrus to do it for 3 days. They showed 72 hours. If you didn't know, that's 3 days. And the problem I find with that is that would make for a very boring and uninteresting sort of video series. Hey, wait 3 days for Cyrus to make a pool, unless I spend real life money to speed it up. So that is where I'm sort of at an impasse with something else as well. But I don't think I will be doing videos on it because of the whole time-based money spending thing, because I don't have the money to pay for microtransactions to speed up Cyrus doing such and such, because otherwise it's going to be a very boring and uninteresting series if we're just standing around waiting for Cyrus to make stuff, you know? Of course, I could go out and I could fish and I can catch bugs, but again, you know, there's only so many times you can do that before it gets boring. Now there's actually 2 more reasons why I don't think I'm going to be making videos on this game. One is I don't think I'm going to really be able to capture me playing it. You can use I have an Android phone, by the way. You can use like screen recording software, but Google has like internally, or has blocked internal audio recordings whilst you're capturing videos. So basically, if I was to do this, then I'd have no in-game sounds, which is a big no-no. I think I may be able to do like a USB Type-C to HDMI thing and capture it using my Live Gamer HD, whatever it's called. I forget what it's called. Live Gamer HD, I think it is. No, LGX. Live Gamer Extreme, that's the one. I haven't used that thing in so long. Last time I used that thing was like for Pikmin. That was last year, man. But yeah, I think I could do it that way. But then the problem is, now bear with me here, imagine how the video would look. And I've rolled back for a reason. Imagine how the video would look on your screen if it was a phone screen. I don't know about you guys, but I would hate to watch a video that looks like this, especially like a full Let's Play. It's just so much wasted screen space. It's ridiculous. Like if it plays in landscape mode, maybe, who knows? But for the most part, I think this is a big reason why I won't be doing the game on the channel. And the other thing is, I've had this problem with Story of Seasons, and also I'm out of focus, so I'm going to bring back in. I've had this problem with Story of Seasons. I keep wanting to play this game, but I've limited myself to not playing it because I'm doing the whole question of the episode and comment on the episode thing. I'm going to want to play Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. I have to keep remembering the name. PC, just remember it's Animal Crossing PC, which I find kind of ironic. I'm going to want to keep playing Animal Crossing PC when I'm out and about and at work, and because it's an idle game. That's the thing, it looks like it's an idle game. So you go get the materials and you send Reese to craft a bench for a couple of hours, okay, and then you don't play for a couple of hours, and then you load it back up once that's over and do some more stuff. So it is an idle game, not an active game, and for a video series, again, it's kind of boring unless you use the microtransactions to speed things up. See where I'm going with this? In order for this to be like an interesting series, I would have to use microtransactions a lot, and that's just not really something I can afford. Now, I have always maintained, and I've always promised, that when the next actual full series Animal Crossing game comes out, I will be doing it on my channel in a New Leaf Diaries fashion. Maybe a little bit different, because doing the whole recording every day thing was a little bit meh. I did that for like 2 years, I think. I can't even remember. But I will be doing it when the full game comes out on either the Wii U. At the time we thought there was going to be a Wii U Animal Crossing game, but it's not going to happen. So there's probably going to be one on the Switch, which I think would be a genius idea because it's basically can be done handheld, which is why New Leaf was so great. If it's just a port of New Leaf, I probably won't do it because I've already played that game. But if I have always maintained, and I promise you guys that I will be doing the next full series Animal Crossing game on my channel when it comes out on either the Wii U or the Switch, or maybe Nintendo's next handheld console, or maybe on the 3DS again. Who knows? They might have something up their sleeve that we don't know about. But for the time being, I mean, the game doesn't come out until late November unless you trick your phone to being in Australia, because for some reason the Australians have the game. It's really bizarre. So other than that, it's going to take a month to get here. I do have a month to change my mind. I might look into the game, and actually it's a little bit more active than it looks like, but from what I can tell, there's 6 different places you can visit to do different requests, and I don't think it's going to make very interesting video content if you're literally just going to Goldie and catching a butterfly or fetching her an apple again, you know. It's just going to be the same old, same old. So that's where I stand with Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. But I want to know your guys' opinion. I want you to say in the description what you think of Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Did you know that this thing exists? If you don't, go watch the video. I'm sure it'll probably be a related video on that side, not that side. Do you think you'll play it? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it strays too far away from Animal Crossing? Do you think it's too close to Animal Crossing? Personally, I think they've got the right balance of old and new, and I actually can't wait to play it. It's going to be my new mobile game, which I'm sort of idly playing in between shifts at work and stuff like that. I was a huge Pokemon Go fan, but I never spent a penny on microtransactions because I think they're a little bit addictive. They can get addictive. You're just like, oh, just a couple dollars more, it'll be fine. But yeah, that is where I stand on Animal Crossing Pocket Game. I hope you guys understand. And again, let's start a discussion going. I want to see your comments in the description. I might reply to, well, I'm going to reply to a couple of them because, again, I want to keep this sort of discussion going because it's part of my new sort of promise to myself that I want the channel to be more interactive again like it used to be. So that's all I've got to say for today. Thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hope you all enjoyed, And again, I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.